Hey, just wanted to document something here real quick. What I got here are knives that someone else started that I'm finishing. So basically, there was a guy, he bought a nice knife grinder and started to make some knives. Unfortunately, he got cancer and passed away before he finished. And I bought his grinder, and his wife gave me the knives and stuff that he had started. So what I got were things like this, basically. You know, the profile's already been done. He already did his own profile and kind of started to do what he was going to do and didn't finish, that kind of stuff. And so basically, I'm doing what I can, my interpretation of what he was going for or whatever. Basically, having to work within the confines of a knife that someone else designed. Like they started it, they designed it, it's their idea, and I'm trying to figure out, I'm left to figure out kind of like what they're going for, or what can I do with what's already been started. Like, anyway, I'm rambling. So the main thing is I just kind of want to document this real quick before I start using these knives because these are not stainless, and so they are going to get real stained up and everything after I start using them. And this is just kind of my way of documenting my little knife making journey here. Uh, oh, this knife here, this is something different. My knife went out. My wife went out into the backyard and found an old kitchen knife buried in the dirt. That was in pretty bad shape. It originally had wooden handles, and they completely like deteriorated and eroded away, and the blade was all messed up and everything. So anyway, I took that and like, hey, I can fix that. So I'm gonna rehandle that, cleaned it up, and this is what I came out with. I mean, it's not an expensive knife or anything, but it was just a fun little project. Had to work within. It had some weird. I don't know. The holes that they drilled in there were odd, so I used some stuff I had laying around just to these like Corby bolts that I put in there. Also, they had like a wrap around like the wood. They just kind of slotted the wood and slid the knife in there. So the actual tang of the knife doesn't go all the way to there. So I decided I'm gonna try filling that in with just some G10 to thicken that blade up to get it to where it's comfortable. But anyway, that little thing. Oh, and I made trying out my leather work too. So I made a pocket sheath. I don't know, kitchen pocket sheath for a kitchen knife. Maybe sounds weird. I know my wife laughed at me when I showed her that. She's like, "Why would you need to have a kitchen knife in your pocket?" I don't know. I just decided I wanted to try it. So made this pocket sheath. Got a nice little clip, fits in your pocket. Pull it out. I don't know. It works. It was fun. This other stuff here we got, like I said, someone else designed this. Like he had the basic knife shape going. It was, not quite this, but pretty close. I just had to try and do what I could with it. And this is what I came up with. I think it's a nice little utility kind of knife. Fits pretty decent. He had started these finger grooves and stuff. I had to kind of make them work and do what I could. And I don't think it turned out too bad, really. I think I'm going to have fun using this. And also decided to make another pocket sheath for this. I got a new stamp. That's my name, my kind of maker's mark that I've been putting on the leather. I just got some new like leather dies to do that with. Um, anyway, yeah, this fits in the pocket really nicely. Clips on there. Kind of like it. This, what was I? I was experimenting. I'm like, oh, since I'm doing these, I might as well experiment a little bit and use some stuff, try some things I don't normally try, and use some stuff I normally wouldn't. So I had some of this textured G10 laying around. Didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, so I thought I'd try it out on this knife. These two knives, actually. So it's got this real grippy texture on it, and actually it's not too bad. Like it actually feels really good, so I'm kind of happy with it. Feels really nice in the hand. Also tried. I'm still learning stuff, so I tried freehand grinding. Usually I use like a jig when I'm grinding bevels, and so on a few of these I kind of tried out grinding freehand without using the jig, and it turned out okay. This here, this is an oddball knife. He designed this, and I'm like, man, that's an odd design. The blade originally was a little thicker, and this thing stuck out a lot further. But this back here was where it gets interesting. Like, this is really thin. Like, he had that ground really thin, and I can't make it thicker, so I have to work with what's there. And you can see there's like some imperfections. Like, he had, I think, taken a chunk out of there, and I'm like, well, I can't really grind that out because we can't make that much thinner. So anyway, this is a really different kind of handle design. And I'm like, well, let's see how it turns out. So I did my best, and you know, it looks a little odd, looks a little different, but it's actually not too bad. Feels okay in the hand. But you know, I'm like, I'm gonna use these knives to experiment with and do things I haven't tried before. So did some jimping there. I tried my first fuller here. So I got this new, you know, I got a new nice grinder, and I got a little fuller attachment, and so I'm like, this is my first time trying that out. And as you can see, it's not perfect. It's a little, maybe a little funky here and there, but it worked out okay, and it was good practice for me. So I got that. I had fun doing that. I like fullers. Obviously, if I was going to do this again, I think I would do it a little different, but I'm learning. So that was fun learning experience there. I still need to make a sheath for this. Haven't done that yet. Here's another one that he started, and I was experimenting with this too, freehand grinding, and so I did my first tapered tang on this one, and that was something. It was something I've never done before, and I was trying to puzzle out how to do it, and thought I messed it all up, but it turned out all right. Like, the handles sit flush and the pins went through straight, which is a little tricky, but yeah. Oh, I also tried dyeing. Like, this is I think it's curly maple, and it was just plain, just kind of plain white when I started. Let me grab. Yeah. So this handle material is originally just unstained. It's white or whatever, and so I decided to try dyeing it. I just used leather dye on there, and I've tried that. Actually tried it once in the past, and it didn't work out. Like, I dyed it with the leather dye, and then it would just rub off. It would transfer onto your hand, and anything that touched it, it just wasn't working good. But this actually seems to be working all right. I'm happy with it so far. Also, these pins, I tried something different, like what I have. So at first I was just going to do this tubing, and that left, like, you know, just a big hole through there where you could put a lanyard or something, but I was like, that looks a little weird. But then I realized that this stuff, I got some black canvas micarta pin, and I just found that that it fit inside that tubing perfectly. I'm like, let's try that. So I glued that in there, and that's about it. Oh, also experimenting with the handle shapes, like contouring the handles different ways. You know, again, I'm working within, he designed the profile of this, so I'm doing, you know, what I can with the profile that another person designed. And it was interesting, but I kind of like the contours of this. It's kind of like that Coke bottle shape, and I like that. I'm trying to do different things to where you can see the different angles and contours there where they come together, and I left a little bit of a sharp contrast where you can see where it changes. Anyway, just playing around with that stuff, and oh, might as well show this sheath. So, little sheath making. This fits in there. But yeah, basically just wanted to kind of document this before I start using these and the blades get all patinaed and funky looking and all that stuff. Oh, and yesterday I broke a blade for the first time. Yep. Blade, I realized after heat treat and temper that it was a little bent, a little warped, and I was trying to straighten it out, and it didn't work so well, as you can see. But Oh well. But now I've finished the knives that this other person has started. Now I can start finishing some of the knives that I'm making. So here's some that I have in progress. That I can't wait to finish these. Got like this thing here and some other little knives. A bunch of handle materials that I'm gonna try. Damascus needs to be cleaned up and properly etched, which it's not yet, but these are gonna be fun. I'm gonna trying to make a good true Scandi grind knife, and we'll see how this one goes when I'm done. Anyway, no, also doing my first. I'm gonna do a stack leather handle, and another stack leather handle, and this is gonna be my first attempt at a full convex grind. And we'll see how that turns out. And a push dagger. Okay, well, anyway, I've rambled on enough for now, so that's about all I got. Take care.